Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rum and Regret podcast. I am Andy Drake.
Johanna Myers.
Nate Tussey, and we drink, we know things.
Sorry, man. I started really quick and noticed you were eating, so I'm so sorry, Nate.
That's okay. I made it work.
Yeah, you did.
Stop.
Now
we have to start over.
Fancy
like
editing.
We're
Okay.
professional. It is Tuesday, February 20th. And if you're here, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us while we discuss a little bit of everything. So much has happened since we've last chatted. A lot of stuff.
Of
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not to mention just the real life shit that we've all been dealing with over the last month. It is a minor miracle that we've actually pressed record tonight. So thank you guys for being here. And let's just get into it and go.
Morbius podcast. Let's go.
Right.
Morbius and Madam Web. You guys ready?
Right. Joe, anything for the horror corner? Because I have a fun little nugget.
I don't have a horror corner. Life has been lifing me a bit hard lately, so we're gonna postpone the horror corner for next week.
Right.
But if you got something,
True Detective for the horror corner.
Well,
because
dude,
it's
I
horror
mean,
adjacent. Like fucking.
yeah, by all
is.
means, you guys take it and run with it.
I'm only halfway through it though, so no spoilers.
Yeah. So, first and foremost, Thanksgiving is on Netflix.
Yes.
Wow, my life has changed.
So wait, you finally watched it?
I did.
We haven't talked about it since
I know.
No,
I
you
haven't seen it
hadn't
yet.
watched it.
Okay, so
We'll save it for the next one.
yeah.
We'll
I will-
do a
yeah, I will-
Thanksgiving in memoriam review, like look back.
Yeah, maybe we can do a full review, but I just want to say possibly one of my top 10 favorite openings to a movie ever. That was just incredible. Like I mean, I'm not going to give too much away.
Well,
Trust
you
me.
said the intro is the best thing you've ever seen. So
it's one of my top 10
okay.
favorite movie intros, but pre-title sequence.
You don't know what
How
the
about
other
that?
are.
Yeah.
Anything with the Marvel crawl, I get it.
Right. Nate, let's get you to watch it. I again, as you do, if you could just live roll while you do it with us in our chat.
For sure.
And because there are some just great nuggets in that movie.
Awesome. I'll prep the side kitten scale.
Yeah, please do. Because it's off the charts for me. I effing love this movie. It will most likely be a yearly watch for me around the holidays.
For sure.
Damn.
Nice.
Damn.
That and Violent Night.
Right. No, exactly. Yeah. And so let's just go into the Rum and Regret watch list as well. Nate, as you said, True Detective Night Country, 6 episodes, season 4. Where are you at in it right now?
I just finished episode 3 yesterday. So
episode 3 yesterday. So you're halfway through.
Mhm.
So you still have no effing clue what's going on.
Yeah,
which
it is giving me like super strong The Thing vibes, and
Right.
also like the best True Detective since the first season for sure.
100%. And that's exactly what I was going to say. First off, I'm just cold watching that. Like, so Joe, this season takes place in Ennis, Alaska,
Oh,
right?
shit.
Which, and it's essentially 30 Days of Night at this point. And it happens over, I want to say sort of 2 weeks at the very start of the nighttime. Right. And, dude, so I watched all 6 episodes. Jodie Foster kills it. She kills it here.
She's a bitch in this movie,
right?
Or this show. God, she's so hateable.
Yeah. And Christopher Eccleston even shows up doing some crazy, like, backwoods Alaskan accent that just like it's so weird and off-putting initially after like seeing all the charisma as the Ninth Doctor, but now like he's basically like a politician cop and just like he's kind of scummy, kind of skeezy, and
oh no, because he's kind of one of my favorite doctors.
Yeah,
he's the chief, right? Yeah.
I was telling Jamie because it was we had just watched Percy Jackson and the Olympians, right?
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, and the father from Lost in Space ends up playing Poseidon in this, and I completely forgot he was a British actor because I knew him as
Black
as
Sails, man. Black
right.
Sails.
That's true. Yes, I haven't finished Black Sails yet.
Oh God,
that's on me. That's
I'm gonna
totally
rewatch that whole series. It's one of my favorite series ever.
Yeah, and so I was telling Jamie, I'm just like, yeah, God, it's weird when British actors do the American accents, just because it throws me off a little bit. And she's like, who is that guy? I'm like, it's the 9th freaking Doctor. And she's like, no. We had to stop and pause and everything. It was really funny. And then the other cop, her name's escaping me right now, but boxer turned actress who just like for her like first big thing. It's incredible.
Yeah, she steals most of the scene she's in.
Oh man,
very good.
Yeah. Completely, yeah. So Joe, when your life slows down and you have 7 hours over a few weeks to give, take it in because it's really good stuff.
Yeah, would this be good for Ken? Because he's
I think he would dig it.
Yeah,
no,
it's pretty good.
Yeah,
maybe we can shoot for this and Thanksgiving, like a back-to-back. It's kind of cold horror adjacent. I don't know.
Yeah.
Watch it. Well, it's fucking great.
Yeah.
No, it's so good. So again, if you guys are out there and need something else to watch, definitely pick this up because it's great. As I was saying, Percy Jackson and the Olympians, this was a really good watch as well. Yep. A lot of fun. Tough to see Lance Reddick at the end though, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh God.
It was a great reveal, but yeah, it was tough.
Yeah. And we watched this with Xander, and Xander loved it. So it's funny because the local high school put on a production of a stage adaptation of Percy Jackson that Xander went on a field trip to watch.
Nice.
So he got to see it, and then we watched the show, and he loved it too. So that was really good. What else? God, what else were we watching? Death and Other Details on Hulu.
Oh, yes.
How far did you get, Joe?
Shoot, how far did I get? I didn't get through all of it. I think it was like at least 3 or 4 episodes.
Okay, all right, yeah. It's still going. It's still releasing. I think it's up to episode 7 right now. But it's really good. It's really
good.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and I love. Again, the sort of the subtle reveals of the different characters and how they're sort of intertwined and whatnot. If murder mystery is your thing, definitely check out Death and Other Details. That's on Hulu.
Episode 4.
Okay, episode 4. Yeah. So your boy has a sort of eccentric episode in like 5 or 6.
Oh, so, okay.
Yeah. So actually, I think the next episode might be all his. So
most excellent.
So yeah. For those not knowing what's going on,
Rahul.
Joe has a thing for Rahul Cooley.
Very,
some
very
pretty
big
tough
thing.
competition there, Joe.
Yeah.
Lana Pierce is like a unicorn.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah. I shipped them for sure.
Right. Crap, what else have we been watching? Oh yeah. Have you guys had a chance to check out the TED series yet?
No, I keep hearing about it though.
Oh man. So Jamie and I had gotten to a point where we had pretty much like watched everything in our backlog, like gotten everything together, and we're just like, okay, well we need a catch up. Like we need something to pick up, right? And I'm like, well, let's try TED. And it's I mean, the movies were great, right? It's just another extension of the movies. Like the writing is just so good. The back and forth, like the kid that they got to play the younger version of Wahlberg's character is like, doesn't miss a beat. He's so good. He plays off Ted just so well. And again, it's that perfect sort of like stoner comedy that like you just can't believe like the crap that they get into just because they get stoned. Right. And it's beautiful. Like it is the perfect like mindless like getaway like watch.
So is this like the young Sheldon version of Ted?
In a way, yeah. So it's obviously a little bit after he wished him to become alive, and this is high school version of the Mark Wahlberg character dealing with having a living teddy bear as a high schooler.
Teddy bear.
Right. Yeah. And then dealing with everything that the awkward high schooler has to deal with. Yeah, it's fantastic. It's such a good watch. We've only watched 2 episodes already, and we're hooked in. It's great. God, there was something else that we watched, and I can't remember what it was. And so I'm gonna let that go for now. Nate, Marvel Minute.
I've got some stuff to throw on that watch list.
Please do.
Yeah. So echoing True Detective and Percy Jackson, did the 3-in-1 night for True Detective and wanted to keep going, but wasn't appropriate. So I was like, I wonder if Addie could watch this. And then I saw half ahead and went, nope.
Right. Yep.
Hard pass. Frozen dicks everywhere. And then, So, but Percy Jackson, no frozen dicks, and amazing. She's reading the books actually now because she loves the show so much. So having a good time with that. Let's see, what else do we watch? We finished at The Last of Us rewatch, which is amazing.
Oh, nice.
And it looks like we're gonna dress as Joel and Ellie for Halloween, but
that's awesome.
I will have been bitten because I don't have a luxurious locks of hair like Pedro does, so I'm gonna do a clicker prosthetic that I'm gonna 3D print and paint and stuff. So that'll be interesting.
That's awesome.
She hates when I do that too. It freaks her out. Let's see what else. Halo season 2
has started.
Recently. First episode's crazy good. I enjoyed the first season. Apparently the second season's better for the super fanboys.
Okay.
Andre, shout out to Andre Thompson.
We haven't started yet.
They took his helmet off and he had sex. Like ruined it for them. But anyway, looks amazing. Can't wait. There's a bunch of stuff coming out this month, so I just wanted to click on that real quick. So we've got Avatar: The Last Airbender live action on the 22nd. Bad Batch season 3, which is the final season, is the day before that. So Wednesday and Thursday respectively. And then Shogun at the end of the month on the 27th on FX, which is going to be fucking insane. I can't wait for that. Yeah. We've got like the Rookie season 6. There's
starts tonight.
There's all kinds of stuff happening right now.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Resident Alien has come back. Yeah.
Yep. Apparently they're doing a real world. Maybe that's just a rebroadcast. Okay, never mind. I was like, wait a minute, did they bring that back? Because MTV is trying to get some people. Anyway, so there's a lot going on. We get the new Dune movie coming up soon.
Oh, that's right.
So Addie and I have scheduled. They're actually re-showing the first one in IMAX right now. So,
oh, nice.
If she doesn't want to go to IMAX, which she probably does, we'll just do a rewatch at the house and then IMAX for the second one. It's going to be nuts.
New Ghostbusters comes out this month too, doesn't it?
I thought it was holiday season.
No, I thought isn't it like in a week or two?
I don't know.
I think it is.
It could be. Yeah. Possibly.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then just touching briefly on some games that I've been playing recently. So before last Friday, it was Enshrouded, which is a really cool open world, very curated kind of fantasy RPG you can play with your friends, but it's also super cozy. You can build super detailed things. You can farm. I guess they're going to have raising animals at some point in it, but it's gorgeous. It's fully 3D, fully realized, gorgeous looking world. And it's really fun. But then Helldivers came out, and I have been a Starship Trooper nonstop for the last week and a half, I guess, maybe. I haven't played anything else. I barely watched a lot of TV, maybe a few shows here and there when I needed a break. But to the point where one of my joysticks on my controller is like drifting now because I've been mashing.
Oh no! Oh gosh!
It's fucking fantastic. So think of Starship Troopers and then add Terminators into it.
Oh
so
man!
There's 2 enemy factions you're fighting against. One is the bugs, that is as scary as you would think.
Yeah.
And then the other one is the automatons, which is basically the T-1000s are the lowest troop.
Oh,
and then there are bigger versions and crazier things and walking mechs and tanks, and it's
man, I can't. Do I need to buy another video game?
You need to get this game. It's so fucking good. The only caveat is that they didn't expect it to be this popular. They had to cap the servers at 450,000 concurrent players because it was growing so fast. They couldn't keep up with it. Okay. So there is like a queue to even get into the game right now.
Oh,
so maybe wait a week or at least a couple days, but I would say a week maybe just for another update to drop. They just fixed a bunch of the stability stuff today, but Sony's actually distributing it, and I'm kind of shocked that they weren't able to spin up a ton more servers, but apparently because it was a small studio, kind of built it in house, that kind of scaling wasn't easy. So Arrowhead Studios, and it's so fucking good. They even get the overt propaganda just chef's kiss spot on. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. When you guys, after you're done with the pod, look up the intro scene because it's on YouTube, like the intro cinematic, and you'll be hooked. It's
okay.
It's
God damn it. Good. I need to buy another game. Yeah, I'm balls deep in Suicide Squad right now.
Oh, you're still playing that? Jeez.
Well, all right. So I told you in chat of my PS5 issues, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so, and Joe, I don't know if I told you this or if you read what I did. So I was having a problem with my PS5 where I don't know that it was overheating, but it would just turn off, right? Like in the middle of the gameplay, and it wasn't like overly hot or anything, and it was only doing it on the PS5 games, right? So like I would be like an hour into a game and it would just zap, right?
Oh shit!
Like, man. And so like I went through the Sony website to try to get this, like the repair options, and it's like, well, it's $229 and you ship it off and you can repair or replace it, right? I'm just like, but if they don't find anything, like they're just gonna send it back, right? And they'll probably just clean it out. So anyway, my wife had the bright idea. She's like, why don't you just trade it in at GameStop for another one? And I'm just like, fuck, that's brilliant. Right? Yeah. And so, and then like I decided to go, because we haven't actually put a disc in the PS5 for 2 years, right? Yeah. So turned in all my discs, turned in my old PS5, walked out of there with the new thin digital PS5 model, 2-year warranty, with $5 in my pocket coming back.
Nice.
So anyway, solved all our problems. And so that really got me back into, I could actually start to play Suicide Squad now. So after a month of owning it, I've only been playing it like hardcore for like a week. So
right on.
Yeah. So, and that's fantastic, dude. The dialogue in there, it like they give Harley Quinn like the best underlying sexual innuendos in every like conversation that 2 other characters are having, right? And it's so subtle and it's so like perfectly like put in there. It's so great. And just the characters design is so good, and I love the play style. It's a lot of fun. So I've just been having a great time with it. So
nice.
Yeah.
Right on. So Joe, you been playing anything lately for to help with the stress relief?
Not so much, but I did notice. So there's Stardew Valley there's a concert now. You could go, and I want to go
like
so
Fortnite?
Bad.
Oh.
I saw like tweets from Matthew Mercer and Marisha Ray where they're like in tears listening to a live portrayal of like the Stardew Valley music, and I'm like,
they were on drugs for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
No, well, possibly, but I could see
the music, man.
I could see bringing that music being like, if you're so into the game, because I've played that game like an insane amount of hours. Like,
Nice.
if I hear the jelly dance, I'm gonna be like,
Andy, cue the jelly dance.
Right? Yeah, right. Is that like Chunk from the Goonies?
Yeah, that's the truffle
it's
shuffle.
like the moon glow, the jelly moon glow dance or whatever. Sorry, I've had a little bit to drink, but
no.
but yeah, it's just if you are into that kind of thing, I can totally see being like it being a moving experience.
Yeah.
Right on.
Speaking of Fortnite, which is a weird thing, so they released Lego Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously with Xander being a 10-year-old, like he was all about it. So like he checked it out. It's actually pretty fun.
It is really well done.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember somebody. Let's see. Go ahead,
Speaking of Fortnite, Lady Gaga is going to be in Fortnite.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Speaking of concerts, they do concerts in Fortnite.
No.
Yep.
Oh man. Jeez. That's
Fortnite
crazy.
was a cool zombie survival game when it first came out. I still have the disc. Before
Oh,
they
really?
did the big multiplayer, like what do they call it? Not Royal Rumble. Anyway,
Deathmatch?
the 100-player. Well, yeah, but there's a specific name for the
Battle
100-player.
Royale.
200. Yeah, thank you, Battle Royale.
Okay.
But there's a company. Who is it? Is it Tencent? Fortnite is somebody was going to try to buy Fortnite, and they're talking about using it as a basis for like a video game multiverse. Think of
Oh wow.
Ready Player One.
Sure. Yeah.
Where they use that Fortnite engine, and then you just go to different planets, and it's different games, like fantasy role playing, and then the shooter, and then the Lego world, and then the whatever world, and then because they already have the backbone built for it. So all I have to do is, slap the Fortnite skin on everything, and they make all the money already anyway. So
yeah.
Maybe it was Facebook to go with Meta because Meta was such a failure.
Sure.
Anyway, yeah, sorry. But,
all right, no. Yeah.
I don't know where that came from.
I have no idea.
That went all sideways.
Right.
A lot of stuff. Hey, that's your opinion. A lot of stuff happening the last month, I guess. It's been a month, right? Since we podcasted.
Yeah.
So we'll go through it real quick. The most recent thing is that the Marvels are streaming on Disney Plus. Totally worth the watch for free.
So my wife. My wife. No, so we watched the Marvels this weekend.
Uh-huh.
And my wife had a lot to say about it.
Go on.
Not all positive.
Well, of course. There's some super cheesy parts. Like, who the fuck is the villain and why is she pissed off? And there's a lot of stuff they needed to do better in that movie.
Right. Yeah. Well, and I can offline this with you, but there were a couple parts in the movie where we were just like, what
the fuck is going on? Yeah, exactly. Addie and I did the same thing when we saw it. Yeah, so. What would be cool? You should record a one-on-one with her and we'll insert it. Like,
oh God, no! I
come on, man.
Should have ripped out my phone right when she was doing it because I don't know that we can recreate the rum-induced rant.
Oh man, you need to get that voice recorder button on the home page, man.
No, absolutely. Yeah. You know what? Next time I'll be ready for it. But it was really funny. Yeah. So anyway,
that's all right. That's the most recent thing. Then right after that is Henry Cavill's cast as Captain Britain, it looks like, by all accounts. It's been
rumors. Charlie's already
talking about it.
Dude, I'm not going to buy any stock in any more Henry Cavill Marvel movies until he comes out and says on his Instagram, like he did with Superman, that he was back as Superman, even though that turned out to be false.
They're not making a new Star Wars movie with Rey. It's not happening. They start shooting. Star Wars movie with Rey starts shooting. I will not believe Henry Cavill as anything.
But you know what? Honestly,
I know.
If I was Marvel, I would not put Henry Cavill in a red and blue super suit.
Well, yeah, he's not Superman. Captain Britain's more like Captain America, but with a sword. He has Excalibur. So.
I understand that. I think it would be a huge misstep to make him.
Send him back to The Witcher.
Well, that's not going to happen. Yeah. I want him as Dr. Doom, but they're probably not going to do that.
No.
Let him do Highlander.
Right?
Isn't he doing Highlander?
He is doing Highlander. I don't know.
Doing Highlander. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let him focus on that.
Yeah. I mean,
Don't
are you
fuck
seeing
it
the
up.
sword? You're seeing the sword-based pattern here, though. So Captain Britain
Right.
would be perfect. And he's talking about it. He's like, I do love being British. You know.
Right.
So,
Yep. Yeah.
Let's see. So then we've got the Madam Web debacle, which I have seen like ones for this movie. And you've got some pretty big movie stars in it.
Right.
And some good comic relief. And, you know, Adam Scott as Ben Parker and Emma Roberts as Mary Parker. And you've got Sydney Sweeney, Dakota Johnson. Mike Epps is in that thing. Who else? Zorsha Mammoth is in it.
Oh, yeah.
But apparently it's the biggest piece of shit ever to be made. Addie really wanted to see this. And I was like, kiddo, they can't even get, like, they redubbed the dialogue for the villain, and apparently it doesn't match what he's saying.
Oh,
like, the motion of his
really?
lips, like to that level.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And if you listen to some of the reviews, like Jay Stoobs and Straw Hat Goofy and a lot of the really big like TikTok movie reviewers that have millions of followers,
Yeah.
Jay Stoobs is all about a badass female led anything.
Right.
She's like, this is clearly a movie made by people who don't care and don't know their audience, and it was just burst into the world and left to die, like that kind of shit.
There are two YouTubers that I watch that review movies, you know, and they both of them started off like, so we just got out of Madam Web, and let me tell you something, it wasn't as bad as everybody's saying it is. That's a complete lie. It's a total piece of crap. Right?
Exactly. Yep.
And both of them started out similar to that. Like, it's like, I usually typically like movies that people don't like.
That's one of the guys I talked about.
Okay, yeah.
He's great.
Yeah.
It's the script is terrible. The story is bad. There are no spider people. There's no superheroes in it. There's no it's apparently complete dog shit. So
yeah.
This is the first, like, Hattie and I were both really stoked to see this because I'm all about, let's go with everything about it for both of us would be great. And Sydney Sweeney's in it. So
easy.
I was sold.
Right.
But we didn't go. Because it was terrible. We actually went and saw Argyle instead, and that was fucking hilarious.
Really?
I haven't been that like entertained in a movie for a really long time. I think
really?
At least 3 times I went, what the fuck is this movie? As I'm laughing out loud, like, because it's so over. It's basically, oh God,
like Romancing the Stone, right? Meets the Kingsman, really, right?
Well, the Kingsman actually apparently exist in this world. At the end of it, there's like a tease for the Kingsman.
All right.
But it's oh God, what's her name? Bryce Dallas Howard,
right?
Is a writer, and she gets basically picked up by a secret agent because her writing is like paralleling shit that's happening in the secret agent world, and there a bunch of different factions are trying to get a hold of her to figure out what happens next. Because for some reason she's been able to predict all of these things that are super covert, shouldn't be able to be there.
Yeah,
but you only see Henry Cavill when she's talking about the book she's written, because that's the character in her book.
Right.
But then you have, oh my God, my fucking brain does not work.
Sam Rockwell is the
Sam
real,
Rockwell.
Right.
Thank you. Is the real Argyle. And in the IRL real world, he's the agent that picks her up. He steals every fucking scene. He dances a lot because that's in his writer. Like, I have to dance if I'm going to be in this movie.
Yeah, and
he's fucking fantastic. The cast is just killer. And it's so cheesy, but it knows that it is.
Yeah,
like there's a fight scene towards the end of it that just has the two main people like using different color smoke screens to create patterns, and they're like, it's like a really bad James Bond intro. Like, it's just
right.
It's so much fun. And then of course there's a cat in a backpack through the whole thing. Like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, super fun. Definitely worth a watch.
I love Matthew Vaughn. I love the Kingsman movies. Yeah, all 3 of them.
Yeah, it's really well done, and I had so much fun with it. Addie and I were laughing just like half the time at least. It was really good.
Nice.
Let's see. So Madame Web debacle, rip. Next, Nick Cage is in talks to star in a live-action Spider-Man noir show. So that's reportedly in the works. We'll see, which would be fucking awesome because Spider-Man noir was great. I want to see it. Give me like 300 style or
oh yeah.
What's the other one that he did with Jessica Alba? Come on, guys, help me out.
If you're talking about Sin City, that was not Nick Cage.
No, not Nick Cage. The director of 300 did Sin City also.
Oh,
okay. I was thinking of Nick Cage.
Yeah, no, right. Sorry. I was thinking Sin City. Like that style with noir would be perfect.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, totally.
Sorry, I was getting ahead of myself there. Let's see. So Deadpool 3 trailer during the Super Bowl teaser was amazing, and the full trailer was fucking delivered. It's so great. I can't wait for this movie. The TVA show up at his birthday party, whip out the pruning sticks or whatever. Whoa. It's not my first time being pegged, but it is for Disney. Looks and then it just gets better from there. So I can't wait for that. Hopefully Disney doesn't try to fuck with it too much before it comes out, because that's soon.
Right. Yeah.
Skip that because I'm going to talk about that later. Fantastic Forecast was revealed on Valentine's Day in a very casual image Valentine's Day card. Yeah, fantastic. People are kind of split about Pedro being cast as Reed. I'm fucking here for it because this could be as important as Robert Downey Jr. being cast as Iron Man. So I'm just going to leave it at that.
Okay.
Marvel confirms plans for its next R-rated show. We already talked about this before, but it's getting closer, and they've been talking to the director of Marvel Zombies. It's going to be R-rated. It's going to be hardcore. They're not going to hold anything back. People die, and they die horribly. It's meant to be TVMA, so I'm here for that. That would be really cool.
Echo was surprisingly tame for being tooted as TVMA.
I think that was just R.
Well, they're like, I saw the little go to your settings in Disney Plus. And make
you
sure
had
you
to
will
set the
like
settings.
It. Like, come on. Like,
well, it was just a lot of blood. They don't show the actual blood in most of the Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
And that was really it. But it was actually, and it was decent. I liked it.
No, Echo was good. Yeah, we liked it.
What else do we have here? So I think we talked about this before. They completely scrapped Daredevil Born Again at one point and redid it, and now they're doing a continuation of the actual Daredevil series with Deborah Ann Woll and the other supporting characters, which I'm so fucking here for. Right. Because that would have bummed me out if they didn't just kill them off in between the transition. So hopefully that means it's going to be really good. Kingpin looks amazing. Punisher is going to be in it. It's going to be 18 episodes for the season 1. So it's going to be a lot. And I'm here for that, obviously. And then, so real quick, upcoming MCU, we get X-Men 97, the cartoon animated series continued on the 20th next month. Deadpool 3 is July 26th. Kraven, August 30th. Agatha, Coven of Chaos, still TBD this year. Venom 3, November 8th. And then next year, we're going to eat Rowell 2, Captain America 4, Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, Blade, potentially Ironheart, and whatever else comes in that. So that's it for me.
So before we get into the other like sort of big juicy bit of the podcast here, let's just mention we got our actual first look at the Borderlands cast today.
Yeah.
And we got the tiniest of teaser trailers that by the time this gets released, the full trailer will be out. Ooh. But it comes out tomorrow. But we actually got to see Lilith shoot off a gun. We got to see a thing of Claptrap. We got to see Tannis. We got to see Jamie Lee Curtis as Tannis. Nate, did you get the chance to look at this?
I didn't even know it was out. Nope.
No, really? So they have a poster.
I saw the poster.
I sent a link in the chat.
No, I saw the poster. I didn't know there was a trailer attached to it.
Okay, but it's like a 10-second teaser. You see Tiny Tina in there, Ariana Greenblatt as Tiny Tina. She looks great. anyway, like I am cautiously optimistic now for this movie. I was a little worried that it had been filmed so long ago, like it's been in the can for like 2 years. They did their reshoots, of course, and I heard about the reshoots, and then just like nothing, like dead air around the Borderlands movie. And then because even Tom Pitchford from Gearbox released something at E3 like when they were filming it, right? Like a cool 7-minute behind the scenes video of them just like really excited to be at the studio, and like they interview Eli Roth, which is like, after watching Thanksgiving, man, like, I mean, come on. Like,
I
Eli
had
Roth,
no idea he was involved in this. I'm like,
yeah,
what the fuck?
he's directed, and like during that little like 7-minute background, he's like, yeah, we got blood, we got guts and everything. It's like, yes, like, you know, like he's playing to he's playing to his strengths, obviously. So, I mean, like, I don't know. Eli Roth is one of those guys that can do. I love everything that he does. Right?
Yeah.
I really love his aesthetic. I really love just the way that I don't know. It seems like his stuff just meshes with the twisted individual that I happen to be. Right? So, like,
he can do no wrong in my eyes.
Yeah. So, like, I am really, really hoping that Borderlands, even though and they've said too that it's not canon to the game, right? But it's a story in its own right, right? That I'm just really excited just to see what his interpretation of Borderlands is, right? 100%. And just the fact that Tom Pitchford, the head guy of Gearbox, the video game company that puts this out, is excited about it, like, you know, and not like saying, "Oh no, it's different." Like, he's genuinely stoked on this, so. I don't know. Like, I'm so hopeful.
Fingers crossed for you.
Right. Yeah. So yeah. So Nate, obviously, I think we can discuss more when we see the actual trailer.
Yep.
Yeah. But the other real juicy bit of our podcast, 6 years, guys.
Yeah, man.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man. Sunday, February 4th.
Right. Yeah.
Started in 2018. Are you fucking kidding me?
I know, right? And we've come a long way bitching about Star Wars in the middle of Nate's living room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a different world.
Right? Yeah. Perched around the Blue Yeti. Wondering what the hell we just watched in The Last Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
So
we watched Adam Driver be sexy as hell is what we watched.
Giant boobs.
Right.
Don't talk shit about my refrigerator, man.
Wait, your refrigerator's named Adam Driver?
It is now.
I'm going to go get a drink. Adam Driver. Right. What you got for me, baby?
Joe's hugging the fridge again.
Right.
Ken, grab me a beer from Adam Driver, will you?
Right. Yeah. Would you mind reaching into Adam Driver and seeing what's in there?
Yeah.
Is there anything edible inside?
Oh, man.
I'm going to beat that to a pulp. All right.
Right. I don't know what else to say. 6 years. Do you guys think that we would have lasted 6 years and still relatively going?
Yeah, 100%. I think, well, when we started, we barely started. Like, we'd been talking about it for years before that.
That's true. Yeah, it took us 6 years to even get it started.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like,
so really, this has been a 12-year sort of brainchild.
Exactly. Yeah, this is a Star Wars, our 12-year mission.
Right.
Star Trek, sorry,
right.
intro. Yeah, our 12-year mission to finally podcast. Yeah, totally. Especially, with the remote nature of it, it makes it easy to see each other and hang out for a little bit and do the little bonfire shit. So
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
But well, here, cheers to many more.
Yeah.
Yeah, cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
There you go. What else we got? Anything else? Any other brilliant nuggets of wisdom?
Avatar: The Last Airbender. I am cautiously optimistic, but I ping pong back and forth because like I heard some
Yeah.
things, and it comes out Thursday, so
Oh yeah.
oh god, it's happening.
Yep.
But yeah,
Rip-
I've heard some negatives, and but the viewing with the premiere, everybody that saw the premiere says it's really really good. So I'm
yeah,
like,
they dropped the final
okay.
trailer today. It's real nice.
Nice, because there was a bunch of storyline elements that like came out that it was like, don't go changing it, man. Like,
My cabbages.
well, it's like they're changing like they're making Sokka Sokka less like misogynistic. Where I'm like, that's a very very big part of his character arc. So I get that you're trying to make it, better, but you're actually taking away from the story. So, and like things like that, where I'm like, you're changing. I get why you're trying to change a story to make it better. You're actually doing a disservice to a brilliant fucking character arc and story. So stuff like that, I'm like, oh, don't ruin it. Please don't ruin it. Please don't ruin it.
Yeah. Rip Carl Weathers.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So Nate, you said something interesting in our chat about this.
Did I?
You did.
Did I?
You did.
Ah.
Not a big fan of the Rocky, are you?
It's bubblegum fucking movie making. I didn't watch any of it except for like the first couple. Actually, that's not true. I'm pretty sure I was forced to watch them all.
Okay.
Rocky is the mullet of movies, in my opinion. It's great for some people. It's kind of universally amusing for everyone. I don't
So
get a big deal about it, honestly.
I mean, you know the story behind the first one, right?
Probably not. Hit me with it.
So Stallone wrote and directed.
Mm-hmm.
And ended up winning Best Picture, right? For his first movie out of the gate.
Okay.
Wow, dude. Wow.
Hey, I'm gonna Shania Twain this shit. That doesn't impress me much. Okay.
Okay, so there's something that needs to happen here.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen Rocky.
Okay. No, all right.
So you know I think we need to do like a roundtable viewing. Like,
well, you know what? I want to save this. I want to. We all have those things or those series that we should have seen, but have never seen, right? Mm-hmm. And
for me, Rocky and Godfather. I will fully admit that.
Well, you know what?
I'm in the Godfather. Holy shit!
I am also in the Godfather bus.
Oh my god!
Thank you, Andy. High five.
Yeah, right. Okay.
I feel not so bad anymore.
So Godfather and Sopranos, believe it or not.
Yeah, I never saw The Sopranos, really.
Cheers.
I saw parts of the first season and then never did, but
so I will blame my mother for this because like two things that never made it into our house because of like my mom's, thing. Boxing and like crime, like gangster movies, things like that. She was just like, they're both, really bad things. Like, no, I don't care to watch this kind of garbage, blah, blah, blah. So that there was like a whole genre of movies that I just never like got into. She's like, I can let my daughter watch dinosaurs eat people, but not people fisticuffs each other. Like there's a line in the sand.
Yeah, hilarious. Yeah. Watch Carl Weathers shoot a machine gun and get his arm cut off, but not
Predators, okay. Gangsters, not so much.
Well,
I agree.
Yeah. So, and I think it would make for a good cast that there are these like massively popular just properties that people of our nature, right, are typically all over, but we just never got the time to see it. And it's the age old sort of Star Wars argument, right? Like if you wait to watch Star Wars until you're older, it's not going to carry the same weight with you as it did to someone who watched it when they were growing up,
100%.
right?
Yeah.
So I think that would be a fun cast for us to get those out and like maybe just talk about, like, even though we just did that to some degree, but there are a lot more things that I get crap from people that I just haven't watched that I should have.
Yeah,
right?
We can't talk about movies until you guys watch The Godfather.
Right?
The Godfather 2 is insanely good. The first one's great. Second one, or the third one, you can skip.
Right.
But they're like widely known as some of the best movies ever made.
Right. Yeah.
At least from the pure cinema film people that poo-poo all of the stuff that we love.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen it in a really long time, or them in a really long time. So I would love to watch those again.
Right.
But yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big hole.
Anyways, it is. No, it is for sure. But God, I had a thought for a second. Damn it. Yeah, right. God dang it.
Let's see.
Man.
Carl Weathers was in Kung Fu in the 70s.
No, so thank you. Carl Weathers, again, and Nate, and I'm not going to turn you around on Rocky. It's the ultimate underdog story. The original one is the ultimate underdog story.
There's a panther behind you. Don't move.
Right. No, yep. If we don't look at it, it'll go away. Right. She has become such a lap cat with me, by the way. It's really cute. Anyway, no. But he, like, Apollo Creed is his defining role.
Yeah.
Like, he is so charismatic in that role. And, like, even when they get him out of the ring and he becomes Rocky's trainer in Rocky 3, like, that is just the meat and potatoes of, like, how great Apollo Creed is as a character. So, like, I mean, I don't know that it overshadows his career, but it certainly is one of the major, like, defining, like, I don't know that anyone else could have played Apollo Creed, right?
And even made his career, right? That was the first major successful thing he was ever in.
Yeah. And even, I mean, like, I love the Creed films. Don't get me wrong. I think Michael B. Jordan's great in the Creed movies. But have you watched those, by the way, Nate? Nope. Probably not.
No, I actually, I think I have one of them from a freebie or something like that. I definitely wanted to watch them because I heard they were really well done. And then when Michael B. Jordan directed the last one, it was something that really appealed to me. But I just never prioritized it. There's too much other stuff. No, for sure. And they're really good movies. But again, he just, I mean, and Michael B. Jordan's great. He's a really good actor, but it's just not like, obviously he's playing Apollo Creed's son, right? But it is obviously a different portrayal of Creed, of sort of Creed as a person. And there's a similar, like, there's a very similar sort of, charisma there and whatnot. But it's, again, and this is just the time that these movies were made and whatnot. But I don't know. There's something very special about how Carl Weathers played Apollo Creed that I think will again, it will be the role that defines his career, but it's certainly not. It's certainly not the only thing that he was really, really good in. So that's all I have to say about that. Joe, you're muted, Joe. She was saying Chubbs, fuck the world.
Chubbs. I love them as Chubbs.
Right? Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. What else? Is that it? That's all we got.
Yeah, I think we're good, man. That's good pod for the comeback.
For sure. Yeah. So happy 6 years, guys. Again, thanks for listening. If you're here, if you've been with us all this time, or if you're here for the first time, let us know what you think of the podcast. What do you guys think of, did you guys watch the Borderlands teaser? Did you watch the trailer? Because it's been out now. If you're not us and listening to this. You've seen that. Let us know what you think. Have you been watching True Detective Night Country? Let us know what you think of that as well. You can find us on Facebook at the Rum and Regret Podcast. You can find us on Twitter at rum_regret. Joe, where can they find you?
At Joe Chickadee on all the socials or at joechickadee.com.
Nate, where can they find you?
Sure, Avid Gamer, AV1D Gamer on all the socials and your gaming platforms of choice. Hit me up, PSN, Avid Gamer, AV1D Gamer _ because for some reason somebody else stole my shit. But let's go on a hell dive and kill some fucking bugs.
Not giving
man.
it back, damn it.
I'm doing my part. Let's go.
You can find me at Crazy Drake on Facebook, Andrew Drake on X or Twitter or whatever the hell they're calling it these days. And until the next time, we have spoken.
It's all in the hips. It's all in the hips.
What happened to you, Dylan? You used to be someone I could trust. Tiny Tina famously said, I'm a little teapot, bloody and cut. Here is my handle. Here is my butt.